Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us is the Tecsun DR-920C. I perform a daytime medium wave band scan. First, we'll go over features, second, I'll do a size comparison, and third, I'll start cruising the daytime band. So here it is, the Tecsun DR-920C. This is a really cool radio, and it may disappear in the future because it's an older style radio that you just don't see made anymore. And this is really cool. It's an all analog radio with a digital frequency counter. So as I tune, it has a dial string, and the digital frequency counter is keeping track of where I'm at on the dial digitally. So it's a really fun radio. So I'll go ahead and show you the features. First, talk about price. The price is around $25.99 at Amazon. I'll have links below if you're interested in this radio. It might be a worthy pickup as a backup or a perfect starter radio for somebody getting into the hobby. This is a lot of fun. It has a lot of extra features than your basic radios. So let's go ahead and take a look. Left-hand side, we got the carry strap. We have the volume control, headphone jack, a DC input of 3 volts. That's really nice. Note the polarity is opposite for some reason, so you'll have to get a DC charger type that has a switchable negative, positive polarity there. So the sleeve is positive while the post is negative. Don't know why they did that, but they did. The front here has a decent sounding speaker, 2-inch. Tecsun, nice. Over here, the digital frequency counter, really nice LCD. You got clock and alarm, added features, which is fantastic. If you know anything about the Tecsun radios, the R9012 is a fantastic little AM shortwave receiver. That's all analog with no digital. This is its sister radio with a digital display. Just think of it that way. So on the buttons, you can see it says alarm on off, alarm set. You have a time set, pretty basic, hour and minute. Over here we have a light button. Press that. It turns on a low level amber light, so that's not bad at night. Sleep function works with the power switch here. And then we have a band select. We have FM medium wave is where we're going to keep it. And if you look to the right there, it has shortwave 1 through 10. So they divided the shortwave into 10 segments there. And I'll show you on the back how that's listed. Right hand side, we have a tuning knob. Okay, it's rather stiff, but it holds a position well, which is nice when you're on station. Of course, power switch on off. Top of the radio, we have an antenna that goes up to 22 inches. Fantastic for shortwave reception. FM, not too bad. And then it clears the case a little bit there. And it's recessed too, which is fantastic to the top of the radio. So yeah, loving that. On the back here, we have a kick-out stand. As you can see, it says 12 bands. FM, it actually starts at 76. It's pretty crazy, huh? It goes all the way to 108. There's your medium wave. It says 525 to 1610. We'll see how high we get. I forget how high this radio goes. Sometimes you get frequencies past 1610. We'll see. Since it's analog, we'll find out. Over here we have shortwave. It's showing kind of a basic coverage, 3.9 to 21.85, but it's not full coverage since they have it divided. There you can see the different meter bands they divided it into, and what you could expect to tune in between those bands. Pretty limited. Like the 31 meter band doesn't even go all the way up, which is kind of unfortunate. But otherwise, it covers the basics and some daytime frequencies as well as some nighttime frequencies. Cool. Oh, and it runs on 2 AA batteries, which is behind this door. Just trust me, there's 2 in there. And they last quite a long time. I'd gather about 45 to 55 hours. Nice. All right, let's do a quick size comparison. All right. We have, let's do this without having to mess with the tripod too much. Let's see, we got CC Pocket in the house. There you go. Current time, I'll go by this one, 11:12. That is AM, Central Standard Time, and I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA. Give you an idea of my location. Cool little pocket radio with weather band. Next, I have a more advanced shortwave radio. If you wanted to get started and you wanted something a little bit more, CC Skywave is a very good radio. It is AM, FM, shortwave, airband, and weather band, weather alert modes. Great headphone reception with FM stereo, a bunch of bandwidth features, and of course direct entering frequencies. Just a fantastic radio, but instead of $25.99, you're spending $90. So you have to ask yourself, what do you want to get started with? And a lot of people who bought the 920C still have it, love it. Yeah, it's a great radio. I love it myself. Analog tuning is sweet. And next we have Iron Man. Yeah, he's the man with the master plan. He loves DR-920Cs from, can you guess it, Texan land. He's Iron Man. There you go. Deck of cards in case you don't have those two radios. Boom. There he is. Ready to rock. Okay. Blue eyes on that guy, huh? Let's go ahead and turn this on. Start tuning the medium wave band while we have time, right? So power switch here. Volume on my left. I have a Tecsun, or not Tecsun. Tecsun makes loops too, but I have a Terk Advantage, a passive loop, which I'll use during the day here to improve our signal. And it's a fun investment to have if you're into radios. Have more than one or two. You might want to pick something like that up. I'll have links below as well. Helps the channel, pay the same amount of money, and of course I get a kickback, which is nice, so I can buy more of these radios to showcase. Let's go ahead and tune this. Go to our first station, which is 540. You can't hear it yet, but I should be able to hear it when I turn it. Now, of course, if you are new to radio, the AM band or medium wave, which is the broadcast range, at 530 to 1610, or technically up to 1710 in the US, you have to aim the top of the radio where the antenna sits. There's a ferrite bar antenna internal that actually tunes the station in. You don't use that whip antenna. That whip antenna is only for FM and shortwave.
I don't even know if they missed the news, really. It didn't come across my radar. Well, there's one that I can think of right off the top of my head that may not have crossed your screen. But there was a guy in Utah.
So here's 540 WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin.
There's 3 children. And
to the north.
And
go to our next station. Real smooth. You can hear it's analog.
To the lockdowns as a shift to conservatism among Americans.
So it's a good radio for talk, listening, for shortwave, for voice. 560 WIND, Chicago, Illinois. The answer.
So when you start to think that, you start to think, wow, maybe conservative.
And just nice, smooth analog tuning here. And we got this counter to give us an idea where we're at, which is fantastic. So if it's a little off, it's perfect.
You were talking about eggs and the big price spike we saw last month in December.
Here's WILL, Urbana, Illinois, NPR station, which is 150 miles to the southeast. I'm going to bring in the passive loop. I'm going to bring this up so you can see how this is used. So I'm going to bring the radio over here. So you set your passive loop perpendicular to the top of the radio where the antenna resides, and you tune that knob, the frequency you're trying to enhance. This passive loop does not run on batteries. It just collects the radio energy and it transfers it to the internal antenna of the radio. Let's go ahead and tune the passive loop.
Have to stick their heads inside this little feeder to eat, so the food's not exposed, because there is some risk with cross-contamination there. So I also have, I'm telling you, these birds are
so fantastic difference. Still can hear it, just really enhanced the volume and the gain, and it limited some of the background noise floor you're hearing there. Alright, so we're going to keep going here. Next station. This is 590. I don't know if I can pick it up. You can't hear it. This is WKZO, Kalamazoo, Michigan, about 140 miles east. Let's see if that loop can't help boost this little Tecsun. We'll bring it back in. Just to give you an idea, this passive loop is about almost twice the price of the radio, but it's an investment you'll have for a long time. There you go. You can actually hear him. Fantastic. And before he couldn't hear a thing. We're going to go to the next station. I'm going to probably bring the loop back up. Oh, you can hear him. So that's 600. It's WMT Cedar Rapids, Iowa. It's 175 miles to the west. We'll bring the loop back in.
With Weather on the Big Show, I'm Nathan Fisher. Sheepgate is hosting their next vehicle auction Saturday, March 4th in Colfax. You can donate your unneeded vehicle, running or not, by calling 515-288-1165 or visit mysheepgate.org to learn more. Latest in soybean research coming up here on the Big Show.
Excellent. So you get the idea. I don't think I'll need to bring that loop out too much more. We'll just bring this back down. It's a fun thing to demonstrate.
Advent during the Great Recession, how you're trying to, in your fourth budget, make sure
620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
but also maybe address some
It'll sound better when I turn it to the north.
big projects that need to get done. New shed or storage facility for the DPW, materials and vehicles. So give us from your perspective.
Nice.
What are you
It'd be cool if it had tuning LED, but
I
I think the 9012 has it. I'll link to R9012 if you want just a old school analog dial.
What are you hoping to see?
I don't know if they still sell them. Hopefully they still sell them. 620 WTMJ, like I mentioned. Milwaukee, let's keep going. Lot to go through here.
Coroner in Alabama has determined that American Idol semifinalist DJ Harris died of a heart attack. The season 13 contestant passed away unexpectedly, and Deadline reports...
Here's 640 WMFN, Peatone, Illinois. Black Information Network, or BIN. I think that's what they say.
And the woman who was shot tonight, Migos rapper Takeoff was killed.
Of Lynn, because of some of the questions that I asked, but we ended up inside of this like talking about death, and when I went back over it, it was hard to like listen.
So here's WSCR Chicago, the score. This is home of the Cubs, and yeah, real strong station as you saw coming in early. It's coming in beautiful. So any strong local station you have will sound good on this radio.
The home show here on the Score. The Score remembers our best friend in the whole world, Lynn Bramer. They will then repair it and give you a lifetime transferable warranty. Hooray! Roy Spencer tells us frequently that a lot of times when people finally get the work done, the water's coming in, or they want to get the home insulated, or they've got to fix this foundation.
Here's 720 WGN Chicago.
Because they should have done it sooner. It's often not as expensive as people fear. And by the way, they've got 12 months.
I couldn't explain it, but I no longer felt like garbage. I no longer
750 WNDZ, Portage, Indiana.
how valuable I was.
Chicago Fire Department has fired one paramedic and suspended another following an internal affairs investigation into the death of a man last summer.
Here's 780 WBBM Chicago.
Responder did not properly tend to the patient and then allegedly financially.
Every business that's successful has to live within a budget. Every state has to live within a budget. Shouldn't the federal government have some guardrails to say, hey guys, you're overreacting here and you're overspending? But then pick your priorities, that's all, he said.
Here's 820 WCPT, Willow Springs, Illinois.
It gets passed by Congress every year.
Paint Station 860. That music there is WNOV, Milwaukee, 52 miles north, about 250 watts. Pretty cool. Low power station. Picking this up.
I don't care about how much the alcohol bill is at my kid's party. I promise you. I just want.
So that high-pitched whine you're hearing is WLS Chicago. That's coming from my camera, so you know.
On the podcast today, like you're seeing a culture shift right now, folks. A lot of people blindly put their
Tune off a little bit to try to get away from that, but otherwise just move away from my camera.
Wisconsin travels to Northwestern to take on the Wild.
920 WOKY, the Big Badger, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Matt LeVay's pregame show at 4:30, tip at 5:30. Tonight on Milwaukee's home for your Wisconsin Badgers, 97.3 The Game, and your iHeartRadio app. Snapped off the 3 left side money.
was involuntary. We just might not be sure of something, but voluntary valve, we could.
Pretty accurate display, which is fantastic. 930 WBKM, Sandwich, Illinois. Relevant radio.
We have a question about some kind of divine.
Mostly cloudy tonight, low 25. Tomorrow, partly sunny, mid-30s. Tomorrow night, cloudy.
I can improve this with the loop. I just don't have time to keep bringing it up. This is WFAW, Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. They play some good music. 940.
On Rock 96.1 and 101.1. Northeast.
Sure. Well, let's pick up and talk about,
WNTD on 950 is Chicago, relevant radio. Same programming as 930.
Part of it can be tied to doubt. Let's talk about that coming up next.
Light only stays on for a little bit.
About the impact of short-term rentals, the Airbnbs and the Verbos and what they...
WHA, Madison, Wisconsin. Nice, coming in good. It's about 70 miles to the northwest.
I'm Larry Mina for the Ideas Network.
Anyone who pays attention to stuff can tell the way he handles things, the way he handles...
1000 WMVP, Chicago Sports Radio.
He handles himself as a leader. Most are probably also aware of some of the tragedies in his personal life and how open he's been about that.
Let's keep tuning away. This is fun. Just a great radio. This is how smooth that is. Just a great fun. There's no clicking of a DSP. Digital signal processors of the newer radios. This is fantastic. 1030's down. That's surprising. That's usually a strong station.
Elementary school, and then my friend got paddled.
So here's 1050 WLIP, Kenosha, Wisconsin. And it's off to the north. And if I turn this will improve.
I got punched out by a teacher, and I'm serious. But I'm not advocating that. What I'm advocating, what I said, that I read this whole thing because look at, and you know how much this is.
Pretty cool. So we can't pick up 1070.
And that they're going to have that game in Lambeau Field.
There we go, 1070.
Why not? They're going to choose about the money.
Development.
1070 is WTSO, Madison, Wisconsin. NASCAR during the summer on the weekends.
How about in LA? How about in LA? For TV?
An ethnic program here, WNWI, Oakland, Illinois.
Ver tu naturaleza, por el privilegio y la gracia que nos das de poder saber, comprender y entender que tenemos a un Dios grande,
WXCS,
a un Dios
Chicago.
que nos da la libertad, a un Dios que rompe toda cadena de pecado. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Decent selectivity so far.
ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
1130 WISN, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So, should sound a little better if I turn it.
Listen to the NX Wealth Management Investment Show Saturday mornings at 11 and Sunday afternoons at 1 on News Talk 1130 WISN. NX provides its expertise to arm listeners with the knowledge and tools to invest wisely. NX Wealth Management.
Nice to get to call letters.
The potential special counsel. So here they made, Merrick Garland made it.
1160 WYLL, Hope for Your Life, Christian Radio out of Chicago.
Attorneys, assistant U.S. attorneys, head of the criminal division, things like that.
Yeah, people who know the criminal law, people who know the criminal process, who know criminal procedure, people who have been in the system. Her was, part of the...
The Squirrel makes an appearance on 1180 WSQR, Sycamore, Illinois. Yeah, they play music all day long, which is fantastic.
Escucharon todo. Llámenos ahora para una consulta gratuita y descubra cuánto vale potencialmente su caso.
Llama al 800.
WRTO, Chicago.
Eso es 800.
That's coming in kind of faint. 1220 WKRS, Waukegan, Illinois, which is directly east. Of course, as you notice, the antenna is bi-directional. Works either one direction or the other. It's kind of interesting at night because you'll get a couple different stations.
Small people, and it just takes a little initiative, and maybe a rototiller helps as well. Well, this has been great. Katie, you also have
1230 WCLO, Janesville, Wisconsin. If you want to know about farming, you tune this station in.
Yeah, we have a day camp that we've done, and this is probably our 9th year. Will be last year was our 9th year.
Indirizzo 630 South, Northwest Highway in Berkeley. Sabato 18 febbraio avrà luogo volontari nell'evento
WSBC, Chicago.
nella sala Chateau Ritz per informazioni e prenotazioni telefoniche.
There is a station here. This is WEKZ, Monroe, Wisconsin, 60 miles away. Usually country music. I'm going to bring the loop in for this one. You can hear, hopefully, a dramatic difference. Not sure. It's usually a hard station to catch.
might be fun to see, but that's the wrong place to start. Wise choices begin by asking ourselves, is this film going to attack my moral values or reinforce them? And what message am I sending to my kids by seeing?
Excellent. Yeah, I love this. It's a well-built radio, too. It seems put together really nicely. So yeah, 60 miles away, not bad. All right.
And go to BlueBlueSpa.com for more information. Great salad as well, appetizers, and fun wraps and sandwiches.
1280 WBIG, Aurora, Illinois. The big shopping show is on right now. I love the big shopping show. Let's tune it in.
So we're coming up to a break here on the radio shopping show, but when we come back, we're going to go over some more fun opportunities in the area, some good restaurants, and fun things to do. I'm Brent Joseph.
I want to buy a radio off the radio. That'd be fun. The old radio like this. Fun stuff.
The most exciting and
Alright.
largest RV and camping show in the Midwest is back. The 54 Chicago
Yeah, disregard the clock on that. I guess I didn't set the clock on that one. This is the current time here. Alright, cool. Getting a hint of 1290 WZTI, Greenfield, Wisconsin, which is Fonz Radio. Got music. Yeah, it sounds much better on a bigger radio. But I'm surprised I could get that with this little guy. This is fun. 1300 WRDZ LaGrange, Illinois.
And yours on the run for the execution-style shooting of his estranged...
So this is WIBA, Madison, Wisconsin. I just really need to know where you're at on the dial. And yeah.
A year later, our forecast today, decreasing clouds and breezy, a high of 30.
All programs are broadcast from the exteriors remodeling kitchens and bath studios. For better homes, better value, better call Sims. This is how inflation compensation works.
By inflating the amount of time you listen to this station, you inflate your chances of winning $1,000, which would compensate for the current rate of inflation.
Win $1,000,
which could also be used to make a payment on a giant truck that is compensating for something else.
With inflation
That's hilarious, dude. And dudettes.
Dan O'Donnell here. Winter is the perfect time.
Alright, let's keep going. That's fun.
Here to Buffalo. Season low 10 points. Low offense that was supposed to be incredible. If you were a Buffalo Bills fan, you've now watched 3 tough
This activity's a little harder. It's a little harder to tune with getting to the top of the band. 1330 WNTA, Rockford, Illinois.
And then the Bengals just did whatever they wanted in this game. You know, what's the...
1360s WLBK, DeKalb, Illinois. one of my Discord members found this from Atlanta or the Georgia area, which is fantastic. All the way up here, the Chicago area. Can't hover on the music. 1380 WBEL, South Beloit, Illinois. Again, great to have some music stations. Though this radio does lend itself better to talk radio. Okay, there's a little hint here. 1380 is kind of running into it. This is WGRB 1390 Chicago, Illinois, gospel radio. Music on WRGN, Racine, Wisconsin.
Playground, our local favorite. But from 1923 through the 1950s, Lord's Park also played an important role in a fast-growing sport, as shown in the souvenir program from the Elgin History Museum's collection. The Lord's Park Lagoon hosted the Tri-State Ice Skating Championship.
1410 WRMN, Elgin, Illinois.
Wisconsin and Minnesota.
They have a shopping show too.
And skaters of all ages also travel.
This station here is WEEF, Deerfield, Illinois. It'll come in if I put a loop on it, but I'm running out of time.
All your questions about using gold in your retirement account. This is the best way to stop your purchasing power from being stolen by
WROK, Rockford, Illinois.
So text HEDGE to the number 989898. That's
There's a hint of WRLL, Cicero, Illinois, the real. Oh, went the wrong way in the volume. Iron Country, 1490 WGEZ, Beloit, Wisconsin. It's coming in good. We got heavy metal rock station WPJX, Zion, Illinois. I gotta see if I can boost it. This one's always fun. Yeah, definitely heavy metal on the AM band. Who would have thought? That's awesome. WLUV Loves Park, Illinois, Christian radio. 1550, could be, yeah, there's a lot in here that you could chase with a loop, like the 1560s, WGLB, Port Washington, Wisconsin. $1570, yeah, let me get my nighttime list. I don't know why it's not on my daytime, it should be. 1570 is Freeport, Illinois, I believe. WFRL, 60 miles away, 5,000 watts during a day. So it's cool that I'm picking it up. WTTN, Watertown, Wisconsin on 1580. WCGO, Evanston, Illinois. See, it tops out.
You are listening to WGBR 256. This is the Lake County Passage Highway Traffic Manager Radio, operating on 1620 kHz AM for Monday, January 23rd at 11:31 a.m. Attention, motorists.
There you go. You got the date, time. Yeah, it's nice. Traffic Advisory Radio on 1620, Lake County, Illinois. So it's tuning past what it said it would. 1640 is WSJP, Sussex, Wisconsin. So yeah, we're already past its limit.
Yeah, no, I mean,
It's printed limit.
excellent question, I guess, and
Tour in Wisconsin for a good reason. As a company founded by farmers, they understand the ag industry.
1670 is the zone, WOZN, Madison, Wisconsin. Great.
And personalized coverage. Visit Rural
Shoot. And there is a picture of her on the internet with the shark.
Got the expanded band. 1690 WBON, Chicago.
WBON listeners, listen up, because this is like really, really important. You need to know.
Yeah, it looks like it tops out at 1690. It's not going to go to 1700. It might in the evening, but I doubt. I think it'll be 1690.
Springfield went and changed the due date because the last date was so close to April.
So there we go. We're done. Awesome. We'll go ahead and just turn that off. Yeah, there you go. Whoops. The Tecsun 920C. Yeah, the DR. This is a great little shortwave radio for $25.99. I mean, there's a lot of radios and under that range, like $20 radios. But when you buy this, you're getting decent quality. You're getting something nice, substantial feeling in your hand. Runs on standard batteries. You can tune the shortwave in, to those frequencies. You will pick stuff up, definitely. The FM's okay. It's not the best. It's probably good on strong stations mainly, if I remember right. But you're mainly going to want this for your medium wave and shortwave listening. Medium wave is fantastic on this little guy. I'm really impressed, and it's definitely a radio I would recommend, even in 2023. Yeah, definitely. So it gets a big thumbs up. Check out the link, again, links below if you want to buy the radio. Definitely give it a go. I think you'll have a great time like I did. I just loved going through that. Smooth analog tuning. Fantastic. With talk radio, yeah, definitely a good time. And then even old time radio at night. My area, 780 WBBM, has old time radio between 12 a.m. and 1 a.m. And even coast to coast at night if you're a late time listener. So awesome. If you like Tecsun radios, subscribe at the bell icon, get notified of new ones. And 3, comment below what you think about the DR-920C. Is it worth it to you? Do you think you'd see yourself getting one of these? Let me know. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you in my next video.